Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, John. My fellow mobsters. I'm here because it's Constitution Day. I have kept the Constitution literally next to my heart for 35 years. Every county commissioner meeting, every meeting of the state legislature, I've watched my colleagues tear it to shreds and desecrate it. It wasn't an easy thing or a pleasant thing to see. And I have decided that the test of patriotism is not what you say, but what you do.
That's right. The morning Congress is American.
I want to tell you something, and some of you might find it offensive, but we were all here 5 months ago. Right? Maybe some of you were new, but a lot of you were here 5 months ago. You aren't going to want to hear this, but you may recall I spoke and I asked people to volunteer to carry the city petition and collect signatures. I got 165 volunteers who signed and said that they would complete a petition form which would take about 5 or 6 hours. When it came time to follow up and get them to pick up their petition, 8 people agreed to keep their word. 95% were lying windbags. Now, if you're one of those who, because I'm here today to ask you to do something again. I'm always here to ask you to do something. You know, that's why people don't like me. I make them feel guilty because they don't do anything. They just think that you've accomplished something by being here and clapping and waving the flag and holding up a sign. And then you can go home and you can say, well, I did my bit. You didn't do anything. You were just a spectator, an audience. And I want you to get involved and to actually do something. So I want you to be part of that 5%. Those are the people I'm speaking to. If you're part of the 95%, don't waste my time. No more Mr. Nice Guy here. If you don't want to do anything, just go over and stand in the fountain, because you're already all wet. Now, what I want you to do, if you can't hear, come closer. But only if you're going to do something. If you didn't get this flyer, you can get it before you leave. It has my home phone number. Somebody expressed surprise that I would give out my home phone number, but that's the only number I've got. And the purpose of that home phone number is only one purpose, which is for you to call me in a week once we have these flyers printed in quantity about the upcoming city election and offer to stand out in front of the store. No exercise, no breaking, no sweat, no calling people on the phone, no asking anything. Just stand there like a robot and say, please vote, please vote, please vote, please vote. Now, if you aren't willing to bend your wrist for 4 hours to inform your fellow citizens as to how they're getting ripped off by City Hall a block down, then don't call. Tune out right now. Now, the reason I came here on Constitution Day is to remind people that the very first amendment to the Bill of Rights guarantees, as the last clause, the right of the people peacefully to assemble, which you're doing, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That's what I want you to do. I'm not asking you to collect signatures. That's already been done through a great deal overcoming a great deal of adversity by the city. That's already been done. All I want you to do is not let the city get away with this non-stop attack on your right to petition. To actually do something.
Okay.
I can't make it any simpler than simply, please vote, please vote, please vote, in front of a Walmart. If you don't want to do that, then I suggest you look in the mirror and decide whether you really care enough to be here.
Is Costco okay?
Now, Costco is okay, they're all okay. What he's talking about is the citation. I was about to mention that the city has been attacking your right to petition by demonizing me for over 5 years. Ever since we passed the petition in 1991, they want to make sure it never happens again. So I took a citation because our corrupt city government politicized the police department, and they gave me a citation for petitioning the government.
Wow.
And a public access court. And that trial is coming up October 9th. And I'm here telling you with absolute confidence that case will not even get to the jury once they find out what happened. The jury won't even have to retire. You read just last week, our corrupt city attorney used public resources. And somebody who has been in her office for 20 years finally blew the whistle. I talked to him this morning. And they were using your money to take away your rights. Now, if that doesn't get you motivated to bend your wrist for 4 hours, I don't know that anything else will. They took away your right to vote in 2005 on a certified petition, and instead they sued the petitioners using your money. To take away your right to vote. If you'll stand for that, you'll fall for anything. They have blocked so far, just this year, 3 other petitions. And then in my case, they violated the charter. You may have read the story about how they just changed the ballot title from what is guaranteed to be by the charter, and on and on and on. I could give you an hour's worth of examples, but I won't. I'm going to make it very simple. Either you care enough to defend your right to petition, to oppose this 234% property tax increase that's coming down the road.
Wow.
234%. Well, no way. The only way it's going to be stopped is if you call me in a week and spend 4 hours getting those flyers distributed from people. Just saying no way doesn't cut it. I want to have people who will actually do something.
Hello?
If you won't do anything, you are at the wrong rally.